So today we are going to solve a previous year question paper and section C of that particular paper. So section C questions are like this. It will start with question number 6. Read the following extracts and answer the question for any one of the given two. And the passage go like this. On the day of the inauguration, I was overwhelmed with a sense of history in the first decade of the 20th century, a few years after the bitter Anglo-Boer War and before my own birth. The white-skinned people of South Africa patched up their differences and created a system of racial domination against the dark-skinned people of their own land. The structure they created formed the basis of one of the harshest, most inhuman societies the world has ever known. Now, in the last decade of the 20th century and my own 8 decade as a man, that system has been overturned forever and replaced by one that recognizes the rights and freedoms of all peoples, regardless of the color of their skin. So now the first question is explain the feelings of the narrator when he said, I was overwhelmed with a sense of history. Second question is the system of racial domination has been replaced by a system that, which system? A, B, C, D. Then third is comment on the kind of society apartheid had created. And the fifth is which phrase would correctly substitute patched up in the given section. Okay, so let's solve the question. Question number 1 is explain the feeling of the narrator when he said, I was overwhelmed with a sense of history. So the answer will be the narrator feels overwhelmed because he witnesses the transformation of South Africa from racial domination to freedom and equality, marking the end of injustice and the beginning of a new era, right? Question number second of sixth question is the system of racial domination has been replaced by a system that correct answer is option B, recognizes the rights and freedoms of all people. Question number 3 of section of question number 6 is comment on the kind of society apartheid had created. Answer, apartheid created a segregated and discriminatory society based on skin color. It institutionalized racism and oppressions, causing great suffering to dark-skinned people. Question number fourth of sixth question is which phrase would correctly substitute patched up in the sentence the white-skinned people of South Africa patched up their differences? Answer, the phrase mended would correctly substitute patched up. Now, coming to the option number means for question number 6, there is a two question which you can choose whether you will go with the part A or part B. So this is the part B. So part B goes like this. I started right away at the Montessori nursery school. I stayed there until I was 6, at which time I started in the first form. In the sixth form, my teacher was Mrs. Caprice and headmistress. At the end of the year, we were both in tears as we said a heartbreaking farewell. In the summer of 1941, Grandma fell ill and had to have an operation, so my birthday passed with little celebration. Now, above of this passage, on the basis of this passage, these are the questions. So question number 1 says, in the summer of 1941, Grandma fell ill, so my birthday passed with little celebration. State any one inference about NA from the above context. So answer is Annie had a close bond with her grandmother and she didn't celebrate her birthday because of her illness. Question number 2. The first education of Annie started at Montessori Nursing School. Who was Mrs. Caprice? What relationship did Annie share with her? Mrs. Caprice was Annie's teacher and headmistress. Annie shared a very affectionate relationship with her, shown by their tearful farewell. Question number 4. Substitute the word heartbreaking with a synonym in the sentence. At the end of the year, we were both in tears as we said a heartbreaking farewell. The word heart trending could substitute heartbreaking. Question number 7. Read the following extracts and answer the questions of any one of the given two. Okay, so question number 1 is state one point of contrast between the tiger in the zoo and in its natural habitat. Answer will be in the zoo, the tiger is confined and restricted, while in the wild, it roams freely. Question number 3 is the poet's skillful use of imaginary deposits, the confinement and frustration of the tiger. Explain. The poet contrasts the tiger's vivid stripes with the dull cage and its silent rage with the freedom it would have in the wild. Fourth, which phrase would correctly substitute quiet rage in the line, pads of velvet quiet in his quiet rage? Answer. The phrase inner turmoil could substitute quiet rage. सेवेंथ बी का क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 है which of the following best describes the speaker's attitude towards the boy's reaction to losing his ball? Answer B. Sympathetic, understanding the depth of the boy's loss. क्वेश्चन नंबर 7B का पार्ट 2 है comment on the metaphor in the extract and the answer will be the lost ball is a metaphor for life's losses, teaching the boy the harsh truth of impermanence and responsibility. Question number 3 will be explain the phrase all his young days into the harbor. Answer. It symbolizes the boy's carefree childhood being lost along with the ball, forcing him to face reality. Question number 4 is explain the boy's journey from shaking grief to he is learning. Answer. The boy moves from despair to realization that possessions are temporary and maturity comes through accepting losses. Accepting losses. Question number 8. Answer any 4 of the following 5 questions in 40 to 50 words each. So, what mood of the poet is reflected in dust of snow initially? What images are used? The poet's mood is gloomy and melancholic. He uses the images of snow, a crow, and a hemlock tree to express sadness. Question number 2. Do you agree positivity can bring brightness even in adverse situations? Yes, positivity fosters hope and resilience, helping people grow even during hardship. What makes Custard, the dragon, look fearsome? Custard looks fearsome due to his sharp claws, fiery breath, and intimidating size. Why does the speaker mention God in for any Gregory? Answer. The highlight that only divine love can see beyond physical beauty to inner qualities. Fifth, what message does Buddha's story give to those in power? Answer. Death spares no one, whether rich or poor. Death is the ultimate truth of life. Question 9. Answer any 2 of the following 3 questions in 40 to 50 words each. Scientists contribute to make the world better. Griffin is an antithesis. Justify. Griffin misuses science for selfishness and crime, spreading chaos instead of helping humanity. Question 2. Why did Bholi's teacher feel like an artist admiring her masterpiece? Because Bholi's transformation from a timid girl to a confident one was shaped by her teacher's effort and care. What is the twist at the end of the necklace? The necklace the necklace Mathilde borrowed was fake. She and her husband wasted 10 years repaying a worthless jewel. Question number 10. Answer any one of the following question in 100 to 120 words. In the chapter A Baker from Goa, the narrator talks about his childhood in Goa and his fond memories. In about 120 words, write a presentation draft comparing the childhood of the narrator in A Baker from Goa to that of Nelson Mandela. You may begin this way. Okay, this is, I mean, and the second option is also there, saying Amanda from the poem. Amanda is a teenager like Anne Frank and lives in her fantasy world. Okay, so the first answer will be the narrator's childhood in Goa was carefree, filled with simple joys like bread and festivities. Mandela's childhood, in contrast, was overshadowed by apartheid struggles. One reflects innocence, the other's resilience. And the option two answer will be, and I would speak about courage, journaling, and facing harsh realities. Amanda would highlight imagination and escapism. Both represent teenage struggles but approach them differently. And this is the uh, question number 11. How did the lady in red outsmart Horace Dunbeck? She wore gloves, left no fingerprints, and tricked Horace into opening the safe for her, successfully robbing without a trace.